Good evening. Hello, everybody. So, today we are back for the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius, where the moon is in Sagittarius and the sun is in Sagittarius too. This is now a culmination of the Gemini Sagittarius eclipse cycle, which started in May 2020 when the sun moved into Gemini. Now, the cycle in itself is a culmination this year when the eclipses come to an end. And this year, of course, we had a very short one because on November 19th, we had the full moon lunar eclipse, and now we have the new moon solar eclipse. And so it's been this 15-day cycle, roughly, give and take, 21 days, I think. And the period in between these is a very tense time. So the eclipse season, as it is known, starting 3 days before the lunar eclipse and ending with 10 days after the solar eclipse, is kind of a very tense time when emotions go all haywire, when you it becomes a very wide range when you go from anger to frustration, disappointment, depression, and very happy. You're laughing uncontrollably. You feel very peaceful. You feel calm. And so it becomes a very wide range. And now why is that? This is because this is the Gemini Sagittarius cycle. And as you know, Gemini are the twins with the basis of should I, shouldn't I? When you don't know whether you want to do something or you don't want to do something, that dichotomy of wanting something and yet not wanting something, or being double-minded about everything. So here too we see the duality of the range of the emotions. Now Gemini, if you see the features of Gemini, they are very intelligent, they are very energetic, they are also adaptable because Gemini is a mutable air sign, and so they can adapt around them very easily, and they bring a lot of harmony. But they also have this sense of adventure, which is kind of short-lived, for short adventures. They are not the ones who will, backpack and take a long journey somewhere. No, they want their short vacations, but they love them. They want them regularly, these short ones. So they have that sense of adventure which comes from there. They're also really intelligent, and they are apart from that, they're very conscious minded. That is, they stay in their consciousness. They love that about themselves, that they are curious, they are funny, they want to learn more. That is about Gemini. And then we have Sagittarius on the other end, which loves long distance travel, wants long holidays. It should take a long time. Then they also love to communicate, and they really believe in higher education. So for them also, learning is something which is very constant. And you'll find a lot of Sagittarians, they go into services and jobs later on in life where they have to communicate, regularly study and communicate with people. So that is about Sagittarius and about Gemini. And so this is the cycle which started in May 2020 for us. Now May 2020 is around the time when a lot of rumors about COVID had already started, and we were, I think, bang in the middle of that, that time when COVID was rampant. We were all stuck at home and nobody really knew anything about COVID, and so everybody had their own theories. And of course, that is why the rumors were really spreading very fast. Travel was blocked, and now we are in the Sagittarius season, where again we are back to the same thing with Omicron. So it was the start and the end has literally been that. Again, rumors are now flying. We don't know much about Omicron. It's again a new mutation, and we know nothing about it. And it's as we go approaches what is happening. Though what did happen in the meantime is that a lot of travel featured very heavily in all our minds because we could not travel. So whether it was short distance or long distance, what did go on in our mind was travel, 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 travel. The other thing that went on in our mind was communication. We wanted to communicate. We wanted to talk to people. We needed to form that bond, that attachment with people, whether it was talking on phone, whether it was online when we could not meet anybody. And we longed for that kind of interaction where we were fed up with the houses and the house people. So we needed to talk to outsiders. The only problem in that was that when it did open up and it did become the time to meet others, it became very tiring for us because we were so used to being stuck at home that we really didn't want to get out and meet anybody. And if anybody was coming over, it was very, very tiring for us. Now, this is actually astrologically, if you see, it is this Gemini Sagittarius season, and that is why all of this did happen. Now, the last time this happened was in 2011 till 2013. And if you think back to that time, all of you, I would love it if you could do it right now. Think back to 2011 to 2013 and you'll realize that would have been a time period which would have been a little difficult for all of you, when once again you all must have, looked towards God or towards the universe or towards the angels for support. So this is that same time when we have once again looked at support from the higher consciousness, from the higher authority, from God, and we wanted some sort of a saving grace where luminescence, where our spirituality has risen. And if you go back to 2011 and 2013, you will find that would have been another period when such a thing would have happened, where maybe not as much as this, because this is just a little stronger than the last time, but at that point of time too, you would have been all into spirituality, maybe asking God for something and wanting those blessings. Now the next time when this kind of a cycle comes back again is in 2029, when the Gemini Sagittarius cycle will come back into our lives. And that is once again going to be a time when you are going to look towards spirituality. Again, that will be on the rise. Now that is on humanity as a whole. How does it affect you individually? Is of course astrologically, a lot depends on your own natal chart on how it affects you. With the post I put up on Instagram and Facebook today was about yesterday and today, in fact both the days, was about this, that this is a time which just shocks you, it jump starts you into following your life path. You don't know what it is, and this would be a time when you would be suddenly just put on that path. Something opens up, an opportunity arises, or you just find yourself just there. The thoughts just change in your mind all of a sudden. You may have been thinking about doing something, and then all of a sudden this is what happens. Your track suddenly changes. So this is a time when you will find that your track changes, your belief in yourself, let's say, might shake up a little. Also, what does happen between the two eclipses is another thing I wanted to talk about, because that was something I personally faced. Being a highly empathetic person, what does happen is that you'll end up feeling everybody's emotions and they compound in you. You're bound to have headaches, you're bound to have, so these are all the days when this is continuing. All right, you're bound to have headaches, you're bound to feel, suffocated, as if, and it just sits with you as if something is not right, either that or having all kind of weird thoughts, like I said, a whole gamut of emotions of on a low of being extremely depressed to a high of being extremely happy. Somebody cracked a joke and you just find yourself laughing like a crazy person. Now that joke wasn't even that brilliant, but yes, you still laugh that crazily to it because it is just that gamut of emotions, that entire range of emotions. And the next moment you find yourself getting depressed over something, getting frustrated, angry, disappointed, and the other extreme of being like really happy. So this is about the new moon, full moon, the eclipse period in between. And now today for the new moon, it is a very good time because of the solar eclipse. This is a wonderful time to set up your intentions for whatever you want. Now, I would want all of you to do this tonight, either on a paper, write down what your intentions are, let's say for 2022, what you want to bring more of in your life. You want happiness, just write happiness. Happiness in relations, you want happiness in relations, write that down. Or you can write a whole letter of what all you want in your life. Could be anything, whether it is your business, whether it is with your children, whether it is with your family, your husband, your relations, could be in your work, could be you're just wanting to go on your soul path now, enough is enough. And you can just write that down too. And I want you to write that down, keep it under your pillow tonight. Being a potent time, this is what you're asking the universe to bless you with tonight and to bring that into you. So just write that down and keep it under your pillow tonight when you go to sleep. Nothing, you don't have to throw it or burn it tomorrow. You can keep it, you can fold it up and you can keep it in your cupboard under the layer of clothes. You can just hide it and keep it so that later when things start manifesting, you can take it out and reading. Or if you have a bird box or a storage box, you can do that too. You can keep it over there. Keep it for 6 months and see. And after 6 months in June 2022 is when I would like all of you to take that paper out and read it and see what did you manifest out of it. What all have you manifested out of it. So that is one thing for you people to do. I hope you all are sitting with your candles and your toothpicks, 3 toothpicks which I had asked you to get. If you're not, I would like you to go and get them now so that we can do the fire ceremony. Now this fire ceremony today, in the shamanic tradition, we die twice every year. Once we die on the summer solstice and once we die on the winter solstice. Now with the winter solstice approaching, today is not a bad day to be doing this. We could do it then too, but today is not a bad day to just get yourself into a rebirth. What happens? You're not actually dying. But what does happen is you say these are 2 times when you let your past go. And so it's kind of a rebirth and a reset for you when you are going to start things all over again in a new way. How does it work? It works in this way that like today is the new moon, solar eclipse, and what will happen is that even in my soul shadow work, the post I put up and everybody commented on it that okay, these are the things that were coming up for us for the past few days. Yes, they were coming up for you, which is I had put the post in the group in the first place, was because these things will come up for you. All these old wounds start arising, but this time you'll see them with a different eye. So each time such a thing happens, you'll see it with a different eye, with a new approach, with a fresh energy, and you'll suddenly feel, okay, I could have done this more, or maybe if I had tackled it this way, it could have been a better way. So it is that fresh perspective that you get, which is a form of rebirth and the reset. So today is as good a day as any for us to do this. All the old wounds that we can revisit and we can work on them with fresh eyes, with new eyes, with fresh energy. And this is a wonderful opportunity to let it all go, and for which is why we'll be using these 3 toothpicks. I want you all, now I have feathers and I'll be using feathers. Of course, these are my favorite crow feathers, and which is what is available locally for me. But if any of you have any feathers, reasonable size feathers, you could use these. If you don't, you could just use your hands to do it, and I'll tell you exactly how to do it. We are going to start today with 3 deep breaths and then an energy reset in us. So let's start with that. Let's start with 3 deep breaths. We breathe in with our nose, breathe out with our mouth. Okay, let's just do this. Breathe in. Breathe out with your mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, now I'm going to use my feathers. What you can do is, you can use your hands to do it, and I'll tell you how. Just rub your hands. Just rub your hands together for a minute or two. Just do that. And if you have any feathers at all, any bird feathers, they do just fine. Of course, they need to be a little long. Okay? You've rubbed your hand, and now, like this, you're going to shed off. This is called shedding of the old skin, and this is also called shedding of the old energy. So I'm going to use my feathers. You can use your hand to do it. Just follow me while we do this. So we start with our hand, and now the other hand. Okay. And now, from the top of the head, start with the top of your head, and you can use your hand to do it like this. You don't necessarily need feathers. And okay. What we are going to do next after this is, we are going to clean our chakras, and you can use again your hands to do it, or you can use a feather if you have one to do it. Alright, we are going to start with the crown chakra, and we are going to go up till the foot chakras. Alright, now you won't be able to see me do my foot chakras, but yeah, that's the way we'll do it, and I want all of you to bend over and do it too. So with the feathers, I'm doing it. You do it with your hand. Clean your crown chakra in all directions. Clean it out. And imagine that while you are doing this, you can close your eyes or you can keep them open. As you're doing this, your crown chakra is getting clean of any stagnant energy. Just imagine that. All stagnant energy is now getting cleaned. Then the third eye chakra. Let's go to the third eye chakra. And any stagnant energy over here, we are now cleaning away. Opening our third eye. And if your eyes are closed, you should see or you should feel your third eye now getting cleared and opening. Next we go to our throat chakra and clean your throat. Clean your throat chakra so that the next time when you speak, we are speaking our truth. Our words are not harsh. We speak with love and we bring happiness from our spoken word. Now the heart chakra. Cleaning the heart chakra next. Shrug it off. Shrug off all the old energy stuck in your heart. We are shrugging it off, throwing it out, all out, restarting our heart chakra. Then our solar plexus chakra is the next one, right beneath your breast, your upper abdomen, cleaning. Give it a nice clean, because this is where the center of your power sits, in your solar plexus chakra. That is where the center of your power is. So cleaning that. Then we come to the sacral chakra, cleaning that, the sacral, and of course with the way we are seated, also our root chakra. We are cleaning these two chakras together. Now you can go to your knees. Shrug off your knees, either with your hand or with your feather. Whatever you have, they both do just fine. They'll just do the job. Your knees, clean your knees out of any stagnant energy. They, after all, hold you through the day. any stagnant energy getting cleared from your knees. And now your foot. So now you can see I'm bent over and I'm cleaning my feet of any stagnant energy in them, clearing them out. Yeah. And now the palms, just clean your palms. All right. Also in shamanic tradition, they say that everybody has a light above their head that is called, in shamanism, it is called your Vida Kocha. And that is like the light of the Buddha or the light of Jesus Christ. So Buddha had the round light, our Indian gods have this round light, and that is called the Vida Kocha in shamanism. And now we're just going to clean that. So it's actually a form of clearing your aura. A little above your head, you can just do it like this. So clearing it around you. It's away from your body. You're now clearing your aura. Sometimes your aura also gets stuck with a lot of gunk because of our emotions. And that is especially when all the emotions become very heavy. Yes, so now we've given a good clean out to our aura, to our chakras, and to our Vida Kocha. And now just rub your hands again. Rub them well. And bring them to your eye. And this feels really calming and this feels really good. This gives us the beginner's eye for us to see anything which we can revisit, a past wound, a past hurt, a past disappointment, a past grudge, anything at all. It gives us the wider perspective with which to see, to revisit, and the beginner's eyes to work with it. Alright, you clear out what you had and you start with the rebirth, with the beginner's eyes, with wonder. A beginner's eyes is always with wonder, in a new way. How can you best work on it? How best can you approach it? Alright, the other thing I would like to do today is cut up cords. Cut up cords to the past. Now I am of course again going to use my feathers. What you can do is you can use your hands in a crisscross fashion in front of you like this. Alright, I am going to use my feathers and do this. You can, if you have a feather, again you can do this, wave it in front of you. Otherwise, in a crisscross fashion in front of you, just use your hands. Alright, so let's cut our cords. The first cord we cut today is to the past, which is holding us back from moving on. I cut the cord. Just repeat with me. I cut the cord to the past, which is holding me back and not letting me move on. I cut that cord now. I cut that cord today. The second cord that we cut today is to the wounds that we are still attached to. We let go of that pain. So the cord that we are attached to, I cut this cord today. I'm cutting this cord in front of me. I cut this cord today which attaches me to my pain from the past. I cut this cord. Alright? I cut this cord today. Any pain that I am still attached to, I cut that cord and I will no more be attached to it. And the third cord that we cut today is the ties that bind us and stop us from going on our soul path. So today I cut those cords that are stopping me from achieving my full potential and going on my soul path. Any cord that is binding me and stopping me from reaching my full potential, I cut that cord today. A cord from the past. I cut these cords, I cut these 3 cords today. And now you can use your hands to make like a scissor motion like this, alright? And just imagine that there are these cords, these 3 cords extending out from you, and you are cutting them in various places, in little snippets. You're just cutting them out. Just imagine that. And then just pick it up and you can throw it all. Pick it up, throw it all. Pick it up and throw it all. So now, following through, let's light our candles. I'll give you a minute to light your candle while I light mine too. Light your candles. You can hold them all together. Alright, just keep, you light your candle and just keep a bowl or something close by where you can extinguish, when you can put the burnt candle so that you don't burn your hands or you don't burn a cloth near you or anything like that. A small plate, a small bowl, anything at all you can use to where you can keep these toothpicks so that they don't burn. Catching these 3 toothpicks, and we're just going to breathe into them. And as we breathe into them, I want you to say with me what I'm going to say. All right? Just first you breathe into it. All the misunderstandings that I have suffered in the past where I could not speak up, I give that up to the light today. All the misunderstandings that I suffered where I could not speak up, I give that up to the light today. Then blow the air a second time. All the self-judgment, the self-criticism, the self-limitation, the self-victimization, all kinds of self, where I have let myself down, where I have put myself down, where I have let myself down, all the guilt that I had, all of it, for anything that I spoke up, even the guilt over anything I spoke up which I should not have, where I lashed out from a place of anger, a place of hurt in my heart, all the kind of self-judgment, I give that up to the light today. I give all of that up to the light today, where I lashed out in anger and then I felt the guilt later about. And the third time, a wound or anything wrong that was done to me, the injustice of it, the injustice of having something wrong done to me, I release that all in the fire today, so that all the anger, the frustration, the disappointment, the disheartening of my emotions, all of that goes. I give up all the anger, criticism, frustration, misunderstandings. I give up any suffering that I had. Today, I give all of that up to the light. And now, burn your toothpicks. Burn your toothpicks now. And then imagine all the pain that you suffered, all the anger, all the misunderstandings that you felt, where you could not speak up, and other times when you did speak up and then you were made to feel guilty. Just imagine all of that today burning up in this flame. And now you can safely keep these toothpicks in a bowl where they won't burn a cloth or what I'm going to do today with you. I'm not doing any meditation with you, but what I'm going to do today with you is called clearing your Karmic Arcline. It's a very simple mantra which all of us would have been doing up till now without realizing what it is. A lot of you are already doing it, I'm sure. I was till I realized what it was we were doing. So all of us have our arc lines, our karmic arc lines, and this is in Kundalini Yoga that you find that the arc line flows from one earlobe to the earlobe, but through your forehead. So it forms a line like this around you. All right, so now this is a line which is going all around you. So it's around, it's like a circle, so which is going around you like this. And it's also your radiance. What I talked about earlier, your Vida Pocha, it's your radiance. This is where your inner radiance comes from. And when all this stagnant energy gets stuck in us, what happens is that we are unable to shine anymore. Our brilliance dims down, and we start becoming smaller and smaller, not in height, but we start becoming smaller and smaller inside our heart. And that is when, you know, a lot of people will look at you and say, what is it? Your radiance is missing. What they would say in Hindi would be, "Bahut bujhe bujhe lag rahe ho." And that is because we have so much sludge on our aura, on our brilliance, that we do not know what to do. Now, women have a second arc line which goes from one nipple to the other, and it's not very difficult to clear it. The mantra for this, which all of you, I'm sure, already know, do without realizing, is Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Jio. So a lot of you would have already been doing it without knowing what it is that you have been doing. And what it does do is bring things into focus, calm your mind, and clear any past baggage and karma. So what it will do is it will clear out any past baggage, any past karma that is attached to you. It's going to clear that out. So the procedure for this is now very simple. You take your hands like this, okay, like this, and as if you're picking something up from here, and you're going to take it away with a flick of your hand behind you. What you're doing is you're all the past baggage that you're holding on to, all the past karma that you're holding on to, you're throwing it away from you with a flick of a hand. It's the past baggage which you're just going to throw over your head with a flick of your hand to clear your past karma, to clear your arc line. I have been doing this daily for a very, very long time also. When I do my daily meditation and my daily prayers, my daily mantras, I have been doing this for a very long time, and even I didn't know what it was. So, but it's clearing your past karma. So let's start. Chant with me. Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Jio. Let's just do it for a bit. Alright? Alright. Let's, 3 times before that, let's just chant with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Alright? I bow to you, Gurudev. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio, 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 Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio. So this is something, of course, I'm just doing it for a short time with you all. You can do this for as long as you want. For as long a time as you want, you can do this. This clears your arcline, and this clears your past karma and your past baggage. I'm starting this with you today because this is a wonderful day to start a new beginning. Why not start, why not take the rebirth by clearing our past baggage so that we do not have to go through what we did in this birth. Let's start with that this year, which is why for as long as you want, you can do this on a daily basis. When you do your prayers, it's just a short pray to do. You can just short mantra, so you can do this whenever you feel like. You can do it. Brings a lot of peace, brings a lot of calm, puts a lot of things into focus. Apart from that, on my again Facebook page and Instagram page, I put up some affirmations for today, and you can I put up only 3 affirmations because I thought they were the most relevant ones. So you can adopt any one of those affirmations, and you can chant it at night today when you sit down and write what you want for the coming year. Whatever you want, you can at that point of time, you can also just chant that affirmation. You can pick up one of those or all 3 of them if you want. You can also write those affirmations down on the same page along with whatever you want, whatever your intention is. You can also do that. Now, one thing I want to ask you all, did any of you make the money jar which I had shown on my page? Did any of you make the money jar? And if you did, today what we are going to do is, today we are going to burn the bay leaves that we had written and put inside our bay leaves. So if you want, you can just quickly go and get your money jar, or you can do this later. I'll do mine with all of you. In a way, burning the bay leaves is also smudging, and I would like to take this chance to smudge the energy on our page for all of you. I would want to send these energies to you. So sending the, I don't know if you can see the smoke, but I'm sending the smoke towards all of you to clear any, and now this is also to bring your wishes in. This was the money manifesting jar. So any of the wishes, I'm sending the smoke towards you to smudge all of you, to clear all your energies and to bring your wishes and your hopes true for all of you. This smoke goes towards you for that. I pray to God that all your wishes come true. I pray to God that your hopes come true. I pray for happiness in your life. Okay guys, so that is it for today. It was wonderful being with all of you. Thank you so much and love to all of you. Oh great, you did this with me. Good. So I just keep telling you all these practices to do, which I hope that you will do, so that you can, bring in these energies, these wishes. You can bring them all to you. So see you all. Bye bye.